Giannis and the Bucks followed up a Christmas Day win in New York with a win over those same Knicks last night in Milwaukee. Now, despite getting into a face-to-face altercation with Enes Kanter, Giannis scored 31 points and grabbed 14 rebounds for his 23rd double-double of the season. That's tied for 5th in the league this year. You guys, is Giannis the NBA's MVP right now?
No. He's not. He's not. Listen, let me establish this because everybody's losing their mind.
Okay.
What was the premise? You said he's not in the top 5.
Yeah. We'll put him in considerations. He's a stat stuffer. He's having an excellent year. Milwaukee's doing good. But listen, you got to be able to close games. And what do I mean in close games? We're talking about the best of the best. The MVP award, it's a lifetime achievement award. And some guys, they have to have 3 and 4 great seasons before they even get considered for the MVP. And if you look at the race right now, this is Giannis's first time blowing up. And you say as a closer, the ball's not in his hands. So before you go throwing out videos or making takes or saying what he is or he isn't, watch him against a team that's playoffs, in the playoffs, or a contender, and see what Giannis does with the ball. That's not his role. He's still got some developing to do. He's not Ben Simmons. He will take a 3. He will take a mid-range, but I got to see him grow in those clutch moments. Now, let me break down who I do have for MVP. LeBron James. He's leading the NBA in fourth quarter scoring. And if anybody tells me that they thought the Lakers would be in a position where they are with LeBron as constructed with those young guys with a hurt Rondo, you wouldn't be believing it. So you got to take your hats off right now. LeBron James is the lead for MVP. Another guy. Hold on, Shanae. I got to throw him out. Your man's. James Harden. James Harden has the nod, hands down, over Giannis. His usage rate is off the chain right now. He put up 45, another 40 ball against the Celtics. So what James Harden is doing, you got to do even more to consider him. And he's a guy who already won it, deservedly so. We'll see if he keeps it up. Let's bring up another guy. Hold on, Shanae. I know you fired up. My little brother, Russell Westbrook. Why? As much as you want to hate on Russ, young fella is averaging a triple-double potentially for three straight seasons. As much as you want to say the triple-double doesn't mean anything in today's basketball game, the team is 3rd in the West, and he's about to set a record that has just never been touched. So you can't knock Russ for what he's doing. Let me throw another element at you.
My.
Let me throw another, because let's not knock Giannis. Let's not knock what he's doing. He's a stat stuffer. He's 6th or 7th in the NBA in scoring. As a rebounder, he's probably 4th or 5th, leading the NBA, but up there in blocks. He's doing a lot of amazing things for his team. Brett Brown is putting him in positions where he's playing successful, and he's getting a lot of notoriety for it. Before I give that MVP to him, there's another stat stuffer that we've never given an MVP to. There's another stat stuffer, Anthony Davis. We have never credited Anthony Davis. If we're going to give another stat stuffer,
where are the Pelicans sitting at in the West?
Thank you.
We're talking lifetime award. You got to earn this. Not just this year now.
You said Giannis was not top 5 in the MVP conversation. Every man you just listed, James Harden, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and he does not close games. They have Giannis Antetokounmpo has more wins than all of their teams. So his team is winning somehow. If you take Giannis off the Bucks, what will that team look like? They're currently at number 2 in the East. They have more wins than the Warriors. This guy is giving you 26, 13, 6 assists. He's putting the entire team on his back. Giannis is not just top 5. He is the front runner for MVP because his team is playing their best right now. And in my opinion, all those other teams are just lucky that they are sort of finding themselves right now while Giannis is in cruise control.
You know there's a guy on top of the East named Kawhi Leonard. As we talked about, a lifetime achievement award named Kawhi Leonard, who's balling in Toronto. So when you look at it, there's usage. Giannis is balling. He's a matchup nightmare. He's destroying the NBA. But until you see him closing, when I talk about closing, not just hitting 1 or 2 shots over the last 5 years.
His team is currently number 2 in the East, more wins than the Warriors.
You got to be, hold on, real quick. When Derrick Rose won MVP, when Derrick Rose was MVP of the NBA, there was no question of what he did. He destroyed the league. Giannis, for your first time to come out the blue like that, you got to have a Derrick Rose type season, and that's not it. And guess whose ball the ball was in? Whose hands? Derrick Rose.
Listen, the one knock that you can have on Giannis right now is he doesn't shoot the 3 ball well. There's no question about that. But you're talking about a guy who can guard multiple positions, a guy who plays like a center, who's like what do you call it, like a
He's
point forward type
Point forward.
player. This is a guy, Ryan. He's doing it. He's doing it all. The numbers speaks for itself right now. And just like Chiney said, you take Giannis off of that Milwaukee Bucks team, where would the Bucks be right now?
And you take LeBron off the Lakers pretty much are thriving on Christmas Day, even how they compete with the Kings.
As far as stat stuffing versus importance, like I said, Anthony Davis has been averaging about 28, 14 to 15.
Where are the Pelicans right now, Ryan?
As a career.
Where are the Pelicans right now? Why you keep throwing out Anthony Davis?
Because I'm talking about this year.
Where are they sitting at in the West?
Then listen, I'm not
where
talking
are they sitting in the West?
They're 12.
Why you keep throwing out Anthony Davis right now?
If that's our criteria. If our criteria is stat stuffing,
the MVP race comes down to Giannis Antetokounmpo and Kawhi Leonard. Both of their
MVP
teams,
don't go to stat stuffers.
It's not about stat stuffing, it's about winning. And you may not think he closed his game, but somehow his team
so
is
how is it not Kawhi Leonard then?
And
how is it not Kawhi Leonard?
I'm saying
fresh
those
off
are the
an injury.
top two. Those are the top two. You
And
tried
according
it,
to
though.
Westgate,
How do you take LeBron out the equation?
and according to Westgate Superbook, guess who's favorite?
Who?
Giannis.
That's cool.
Hey, these are all good, hard truths that have the right conversation.
If we look at history, these are all closers. This is James Harden. This is Westbrook. This is LeBron. This is Durant.
Just because he
this
doesn't
is
have
Curry.
a three-point shot doesn't mean he can't close.
There's
We
still
don't
plenty
see
of
it.
NBA
The
left
ball
as
is not
well,
in his
so-
He's not a
hands.
prisoner of his position.
Hey,
There you
anybody,
go.
where my camera at? Where my camera at? Where my camera at?
Here we go.
Hey, anybody who is going to make a case to say that Giannis closes games, watch the Milwaukee Bucks. He's capable. I hope he gets there. Watch the Milwaukee Bucks, and then you come to me and tell me that Giannis has the ball in his hands like Harden, like LeBron. LeBron is the team, Woody. LeBron is the team.
That
So
team
don't
would
look
be
at me
nowhere
and say it ain't
without
LeBron
Giannis
James.
Antetokounmpo. I will take no
Hollins, hot
Nigerian
take. He's gonna have
slander.
some water.